Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Innkeeper, and today I would like to welcome you all back to Timber and Stone, the Land of Islay, Season 3, as you can see right here, our castle in flag-waving glory, mixed with the banners and these the pennants right here. They're really fantastic to see. It really does help to make up the rest of the castle. I don't know why we're still missing these two, however. We ran out of materials? We have not. Maybe there's just no way to get up to these two areas. I've just missed out on it. You can get up there, and up there, up there, and up there. Yeah, they should be able to get up here, where it looks like it. So I'm not just sure why they can't do anything. Oh, maybe it's because it's on an awkward corner and they can't build diagonally. That would be really weird, because I'm pretty sure they've done that in the past. Anyway, interesting things abound. Not really, that's just sort of my weird transition there. It didn't make any sense. We have some wolves to kill, and we have streets to fill. That was really... that was really good. I think I'm running out of materials for the lamppost. That's it. Today, we have to do a little bit of mining. That's something I remember. Also, day 303. So, I missed day 300, I think. So now we're on 303, which is pretty swish. I like it. We've filled up the streets with lampposts and fences to sort of just help add a few... Well, we're trying to fill in space, pretty much. So that's what we're doing now. We need to get the resources in order to make these lampposts. And at the moment, we are low on standard ingots. We need to open up our mines, turn a bunch of people into miners, and just go on a little rummage... And it'll be all nice and dandy. They do have the ability to get down here. We do have at the entrance. They might get a little bit stuck, though, just because of the way it's sort of filled in there. But that should be fine. So now what we need to do, really, is just sort of continue mining off. Probably into this direction. I think that's fine. I don't think we're going to hit anything. No, we're not going to hit anything by the looks of things. So we should be okay. I'm actually worried right now, because that means... I think I will end up hitting the very bottom, but there's going to be no holes. Actually, there probably will be a few holes. No. We should be okay, is what I'm trying to say. Of course, we don't want to go further into this direction, because otherwise we'll just completely flood the place, which would be kind of cool to see. That would be really cool to see now that I think about it. It's fine. Let's just do some mining. Let's stop worrying about everything. We need to get a bunch of resources so that we can make some more of these posts. At the same time, we'll have a few builders so that we can set up some wagons around these streets, because I think there would be a good idea to sort of store up some space. So let's go over to the right design. Why is mining in... I don't know. That's fine. We'll go ahead by 13. We are going to get ourselves a bunch of stone doing this, which I suppose isn't ideal. And now the game is running in the background, which I don't want to do that at the moment. But I'm mostly hoping that we can get some standard ingots or other ways to make standard ingots, which I don't think there are any of. Oh, one off there. That really annoys the hell out of me. Oh, no. I think that's one ahead as well. No, that is not one ahead. I'm just being a little bit crazy there. So wacky, apparently. That's not really the kind of thing I'm trying to say. At all, really. Like, oh my god, I'm so random. Lols. Or something like that. Kind of cringy, I suppose. God, that's a big word at the moment, isn't it? Cringe. I mean, it's always been there. But people are just constantly going on about it all of a sudden. Cringe, 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 cringe. I mean, the word accurately displays or conveys the emotion of what it pretty much is. It is very well placed word, as it were. There we go. So there's a little bit of mining for us to do. We're going to make sure to change a bunch of our builders. Probably low-profile builders. If we have any low-profile builders. No, we do not. Okay. Everyone is just level 20 at building. So, really, we should have just a bunch of level 20 miners then. And all the others that are low at mining can pretty much... Okay, we're going to need a few more miners. So, 19, 19. We've got 18 right here. Just make sure I didn't misclick on any of those. No, it doesn't look like it. We should be fine. Although, you're a level 20 wood chopper. Which I don't need one. Wow, you're level 20 in 3 skills. That's amazing. Sniper, you're doing a good job. I think Islay is at level 7 adventure or something silly like that. Or maybe not. Maybe level 4 or... Level 5. Wow, okay. I've only been in adventure mode for a little bit with her. I think we have a decent number of miners. Because you're only going to be able to have 2 of them per. That should be good enough. I think maybe 2 more. Yeah, there we go. 4 builders, I feel like it's good enough for what we are trying to create. So we can get that done. At the same time, we do need to deal with the wolves today. So we're going to go ahead and get that done. There's a lot of wolves and a goblin, which isn't fantastic for us. And we're going to go out and fight them on our terms. Of course, really them going to us would be fighting on our turns, but... Or our terms, not turns. They're fighting on our turns, sure. I am leaving myself fairly vulnerable, however, so I think I will end up leaving Farkas here, because those wolves might come up and try and take out Carl White, and of course he cannot deal with the enemies himself. But we should have enough people here, being Finette and Usk, I believe, yep, to take out the enemies, including this goblin, who I think just chopped down that tree, the little bastard. We should go and teach him a lesson. Deforestation of our lands. Only we can do that. The game has paused itself because the goblin has been met in conflict. Or in battle. Met in conflict. It's like the greatest love story ever. Two people on opposite sides fall in love. I mean, it's the Romeo and Juliet of... I don't know. of war. Great. Fantastic. There we are. You did a good job. Just move aside for a second so I can dispose of these corpses. Let's pause the game, because I'm pretty sure there were more wolves around here. There was 2 more, and then a pack over there, and I think the rest of the goblins are sort of chilling out in this general area, and it looks like they are. Have we got any goblins hanging out on the islands? Yep, we do have one. And that is not a goblin. That is, in fact, Slay Wolf. Oh, and these are our dead lumberjacks from a very long time ago. The corpses still rotting away. We're keeping them there for compost. That's the sort of what I'm trying to say. Well, not what I'm trying to say, but what I could have said, but added a little bit more of a comedic spin to it. But instead, I've just stumbled over myself, said "Groovy blah" over and over again, and it just didn't go well, really. 8 out of 0. 8 out of 0 sounds really good, does it? I mean, there's no points to gather, so those 8s would really be rendered as null, wouldn't they? You wouldn't gain anything from that. If it's 8 out of 0, then those 8s right there out of the 0s to gain, it doesn't count. It would just end up being a 0 out of 0. So there we are. Fantastic. Logic, ladies and gentlemen. Logical. Let's move ahead. Let's keep going. That was random. Random and completely pointless. Alright, here we go. Finette and Usk, I need you to go on a great mission. And by great mission, I mean just go and beat the shit out of some wolves. Hopefully one-shot them. That would be very interesting to watch. And after we've done that, then we can just build some wagons around our town. Some carriages, as it were. Fill them up with a bunch of goodies. Mostly wood, I feel. Or maybe we can have a body wagon. You know, bring out your dead. That kind of thing. Bring out your dead. Clonk. Actually, no, that's... No. Well, okay, kind of. It was ringing a bell, I believe. Or something like that. I haven't watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail in a long time. And I probably should rectify that by actually watching it. Whoa, the game lagged out a bit there. The AI was just... It was too much. That wolf attack. Just... It had enough. Alright, there we go. So we're going to move over here. Day 303, though. Wow, that is amazing. Stand at guard position. I don't really bother charging for the goblins, because they generally go towards you anyway. I mean, they take a while to get there sometimes. But look, even these goblins, they're sort of just chilling out, and eventually they'll make their way to us. Quite a few lag spikes, which is quite interesting. Do we get a bunch of enemies spawn or something? No, seems to be fine. Let's take a drink. It's scorching today. It is horrid. Well, I say horrid. It's not as bad as yesterday. But at work, the AC was broken, so not fun. Not fun in the slightest. I might be lagging because they're mining. How are they doing on the mine? I imagine it's going to be a while until we can really get to it. Like, come on, there's so much more you could do by just mining on the other sides here. Like, you could mine there. You two can do your own thing around about this general area. There we go. I've got to control them now, apparently. This is horrible. Alright, let's look at our resources. For standard ingots, we currently have 0 copper ore. And we don't have any scrap metal. I think we can get scrap metal by foraging goblin corpses. But I don't think it's enough to make it worthwhile. So it's probably the case of it's going to be a little while until we can get these lampposts filled in. That's fine. We have enough of everything else. It's just standard ingots that we don't have much of. I think we were using a lot of them for our doorways. But we do have quite a few of these lights. The thing is, they're worth it. If you look over here, the lights are just so helpful in filling up the space beside the road. Like, look at that. You got the fence, you got the lampposts right here. It's just great. It fills up so much, sort of, what would be really considered ugly space. This I do need to get rid of. I think there are still a few bits of scaffolding lingering around. So we definitely want to sort that out. There we are. Anything on this side? Nope, doesn't look like it. I imagine I'm just going to find them on my journeys. On my journeys through the mountains. I don't know what these miners are doing. Definitely going through some tomfoolery, however. We are trying to build something here, which I really should stop. And I should go a little bit further down to stop that building as well. Just to stop them from... Oh, you know what? I can't mine there. I could probably change that, couldn't I? Yeah. I could change that by just mining through here. Oh, I'm not in the mining section. There we go. There we go. Just cut that wall up, and we should be able to mine down there. It's going to be a while until we find ourselves some copper ore in that lot, though. We find some tin. Of course, we can't just sort of mine up on the surface, which may be what I end up doing, since there are a few veins lingering around, like all around here. Copper, copper, copper. Well, that's a really good vein right there. A few of them lingering around. And there's probably a few more bits. Yep, quite a few over here. I mostly just don't want holes in the terrain, but I guess I'll have to fill them in. Yeah, there's a lot of copper around here. I might end up doing this instead. I'm sort of worried that some enemies are going to spawn and kill all the miners. Well, the goblins have already spawned, I suppose. Oh yeah, what about the mountain over here? Was it a mountain? Yeah. Has the mountain got anything on the inside? I mean, I most probably have just sort of mined it all out, yeah. Kind of. There's a little bit of copper there, but it's not really worthwhile. What about on the surface? Yep, a few bits of copper. Nothing there. Okay, I might end up doing this instead then. And just hoping no one dies. Yeah, sure, why not? Sure, let's do that. That sounds like a terrific idea. Let's get everyone to just mine wood as well. And mine wood. Actually worked more to the joke, really, didn't it? Right, it's fine. We'll do that instead. What we'll do is... We'll stop this for now. This tomfoolery. We will mine that bit of copper. And I can't mine any underneath, unfortunately. So those two bits are just pointless to see or to look at. Okay. So first, what we need to do is cut mature trees. Get some more wood. Why not? Might need some more of it. I don't think we will, though. We may make another house or two. We'll see. Okay, I can't click over there for some reason. There we go. We will probably need to go and kill those goblins, but I'm not really too worried about... Oh, okay. Good job, game. Thanks. There we go. In fact, I don't really mind that so much, because it means I can quickly kill them. Since I've noticed them. Shouldn't be too much of a bother. I will send 3 soldiers to deal with them, however. It also means that the enemy quota for this day has probably been filled in. I actually don't know how it works. I'm going to assume that I'm just fortunate enough that no one else is going to spawn after these skeletons. And they've all spawned close by, so none of them are sort of lingering around over there to be a bit of a pain in the ass. Or at least I don't think any have. Nope, we are fine. It's just a bunch of them that are hanging out over there like a bunch of hooligans. And no one likes that. None of this hooliganism. 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 Bazooka, that Veruca. Anyway, that's a little bit of advertisement right there. In case you have a Veruca and you need to deal with it. Bazooka it. It's definitely the best course of action. Of course, limbs may be lost in the process, but we are not held liable for that because you're stupid enough to blow your fucking leg off with a bazooka. So there we are. Or foot. I mean, if you had like a massive bazooka. What is the world's biggest bazooka? That would be... No, wait. No, Veruca. Okay. No, what is the world's biggest bazooka? I suppose. I mean, surely it just end up being an artillery piece. Because is that warranted as being... I mean, it's just a big propeller at the end. Well, not a propeller, but something that propels other objects over long distances. Wow, there are quite a few skeletons in that margin, right? That's why we got 3 soldiers, so they don't lose morale. 2 of them against 3, they end up just losing all of their morale, which is rather interesting to see. They're cowards at heart, unless we have the greater numbers or at least sufficient skill. Even then, 2 of them level 20, they'll just run off. Utter cowards. They probably got the cowards trait, all of them. The worst group of soldiers. There we are. Run. Unfortunately, all the soldiers are cowards, so we can't really shoot them or anything when they run off. So, because the people that were supposed to do that were also running off. It's a bit of an odd call, really. What do you do in that instance? Well, maybe not shoot your own kind. I mean, or your own kind. God, that sounded really weird. Just shoot anyone at all, really. I mean, it is a war, if we're talking about it in this respect. But oh well, that's fine. It's not fine. Well, we'll leave it. We'll leave it for now. It doesn't deserve any place in timber and stone. Where are those 2? Okay, those skeletons, I thought they were stumps. They were perfectly camouflaged. I mean, it's because I saw the birch stump right here, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a skeleton. Well, that's not a skeleton, because I associated those two skeletons with stumps, because that was a stump. And as we all know, stumps are not dangerous unless there's for some inexplicable reason. Unless they're for some reason in the middle of the road, is what I was trying to say. And I've never seen a stump in the middle of the road. We may as well go and take out those goblins while we're at it. And at the same time, I should really not tell them to go mine, because I don't have any soldiers over here, do I? And I've got one. We'll tell them to mine, but only to save time. That was a rhyme. Oh, that stuck with the rhyme. Okay, I'm feeling good about this. This is a good day, because of all these rhymes. Should we get the iron at the same time? I don't see why not. Grab the iron. Since we're doing this, we may as well just sort of go full on. Just go full on. Why not? Anything else around here? More iron, another speck of copper. A speck of copper! A drizzle of salt. A drum of raisins. They're very, very interesting measurements right here for different ingredients. What am I trying to make? A raisin... I don't know, pie? What sort of a weird measurement for pastries? I'm sort of going back to sort of medieval-ish, oldie day-ish measurements for things. So we've got a... Because measurements were usually based on the containers themselves. So you'd have a shoe of whiskey. There we go. A shoe of whiskey. I mean, what kind of shoe, though? Because there are different sizes of shoes. Ah, you see, that doesn't work already. Unless everyone just sort of had the same size back then. Back in them days, everyone had the exact same size of feet. Absolutely. What a stupid thing to say. Something smells good. Someone's cooking up a stew. It smells like a beef stew. And there are some raisins in it. Oh no. There's a drum of raisins involved with that stew. I'm not sure I say I'm not too sure how I feel about that. It's always my go-to. Really, I'm exactly sure of how I feel about that, being that I'm disgusted. So yeah, lying to myself. It's usually the best way. It's how I sleep at night. Just lying to myself. Have I mined around here already? There's a bush up here. I've not paid attention to these bushes at all. I completely forgot about them. They've been here for so long, especially that solitary bush. Here for 303 days. Nearly a year. Something to think about. Nearly a year in-game time. God, there's going to be just so many little specks and potholes just littered around right here. I'm not too sure how I feel about it. Okay, once again, going back, I'm exactly sure how I feel about it. And I am disgusted. This is probably not enough copper, really, to fend off our light-making urges. What a great way to put it. But then again, we have a few more sort of bits of stone lingering around, so we might be able to find a bit more. Maybe some over here. Nope, but there is some iron. Stone around there. Nope, copper. Not copper. Coal. Another C. Lots of tin as well, which I don't care for. More copper. We are just getting the iron, because I feel like when they get the copper, they'll go and get the iron at the same time. It should make sense. Ooh, would have missed that piece. Keep your eyes peeled, I say. What kind of expression is that? I'm not going to peel my eyes. Who did that? Like, keep your eyes peeled. I'm not going to peel my eyes. Like peeling a potato. Like, don't do that. Don't. That sounds horrible. This goes back to the whole odd sayings. Like, oh, I have a glass of water. You know, say I've got a plastic of water when it's a plastic cup. This is my philosophy now, isn't it? I have a glass today, by the way. It's a little, like, not novelty, but it's got a beard on it. So when you take a drink, it looks like you got a beard. It really doesn't. I'm not going to lie, the proportions are all off, because obviously it was made for one really, really skinny person. Really a child. I mean, it is a pint glass. I mean, you would drink it in the Hall of Lords. In the hills, the hills of Valhalla. The halls of Valhalla. With your merry men. Where the hell is that other orc? Or goblin? He was over here a minute ago, and now he's buggered off. Oh, there are two of them over there, okay. Well, we can deal with that. Kind of. In fact, there's only two of them, so Stuart should really go back to base. Oh, there's a dog there, okay. Look, a dag. Take out the dag. Merv right now is behind me. So just letting you all know that he is behind me. So he's going to make some ruckus, as he usually does. Hello. What do you want? Nope, he's going to try and feed me. Okay, well, I do not wish to be fed. This is not my thing. And it's not yours either. Not yours, parrot. There we are, wrecked. Learn how to play, son. As it were. That's what Farkas said right there. Us right there was like, yeah, boy! Which is a little bit odd. Never heard Usk say that, or talk in that particular kind of way. But that is Usk for you. He's so random. Lol. XX Pony Slayer XX. So random. Look. It's just a bit weird. That's all I'm going to say. XX Pony Slayer is... Stop it. Stop it right now, miss. Or dude. I mean, you might be a brony. I don't know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. At the same time, though, I'm just sort of pointing it out. I mean, at the same time, you wouldn't really be a pony if you're killing them. I mean, you XX Pony Slayer at that point, aren't you, XX? What the hell is the whole XX thing all about? I mean, I've been on the internet for a long time, and I've never questioned it. So many people just have XX Sephiroth XX. Or something like, what does the XX mean? I mean, I knew at a time. And by that I mean I didn't. Did I? Does it have meaning? XX. Does it mean kiss? Sephiroth. Oh no, I was gonna do the X then. It's integrated. I can't not do the XX. Sephiroth. No. Sephiroth. There we go. Fantastic. That's my kissing, by the way. No, stop. Wow, great. This is probably got quite a young audience, I imagine. Well, probably not that young. Unless, well, there's a bunch of people, my age group seems to be around about my age, but I imagine a lot of people have probably just said, oh yeah, that's how old I am with their accounts. I mean, I guess it's a little bit harder to pull off, because maybe they get a lot of their information from cookies, which also reveals a bunch of other stuff. Possibly. How much copper do you get from each vein? Or ore, anyway. So I need 2 copper ore to make an ingot. You don't get much. You only got... Wait, I say you only got 7 there. I think I need 2, yeah. I've got 44 copper ore. That's not too bad. Let's make Islay into the blacksmith. Excuse me. There we are. She's currently a carpenter. We do need... Oh, excuse me. I'm burping all of a sudden. How revolting. You sicken me. You sicken me, parrot. You sicken me, rah. What? Ow. Bonked me. He didn't nip me, he just bonked me. I'm not gonna deal with that. That's assault, parrot. Right, anyway, how many of these can I make? I think 20. Where the hell am I going? We can make 20 lampposts. That's quite a lot, really. Wow, okay, you can make 50 lampposts. Get here, parrot. 50! 50 lampposts! Right. No, not 500, 50. There you go. 50 standard ingots. Wow, okay. No, yeah, we should be able to make 50 of them. I think she has a chance of failing some as well. But we have, I think, less than 50 lights on the ground. Oh, whoa. Okay, we've been engulfed. Oh, that's really creepy. I've had really, like, warped dreams like this, where the entire world is... It's sort of artistic. Like, it would sort of be like this. Everything is sort of this grey mush, blobbiness, everything. And well, not everything. The sky isn't. The sky is more of like if your computer crashes, but sort of kind of not. No, if like the old Windows XP, for instance, and a program crashes, and you can move it around, like the error message, and it'll just keep printing itself, sort of like that. Every time you move up, it would just keep printing itself. Look, I have some warped dreams. It's not all the time. I recall it being at one point. Also, I think I was advertised in my dream once, which goes back to Futurama, I think. Has anyone else been advertised in their dreams? Obviously, it's... Well, I was going to say, obviously, it's not some sort of external source trying to plug you or something, but now I'm thinking about it, and it could be. But I'm going to hope that we don't live in that sort of future. Oh, that'd be horrible. We get enough of that crap as it is. Be some sort of no dream advertisements act. This will be once everyone has a sort of, let's say, a mobile phone, as it were, in their brains kind of thing. Not really a mobile phone, but the idea of it sort of lodged in there. Some like sort of interface that is integrated within their brain and the mind and all that fun stuff. That's when it starts happening. Like, oh, you want to blink? Watch this advertisement. Oh no, that's a dystopian future and a half. We do have a few trees to plant, and I don't think we have too many saplings left because we used quite a few of them to make the garden. If we look at the raw materials, 23 is just not enough. How do I get more saplings? I think the forager can do something with the saplings. Where are the saplings? Trees are growing over here. Anyway, we should make some of these wagons. I do feel like a wagon here would be a good idea. Just sort of right there, maybe... Or maybe on top. Just up right here. Then again, how did it get there? That's another good point. Oh, it wouldn't fit through there, would it? I really do need to put it in places where it kind of makes sense. Does it make sense having one here? No, it doesn't. It's wider than the road. It won't make it through there. No way would it make it through there. It's far too big. We could have one right here, but nah, I feel like that would get in the way. Oh yeah, we filled in the floors over here. We have. And we have made a way to get up to these two areas. So I can get rid of the scaffolding now. I don't need it. Well, kind of. It's like the fire exit for the wall, really. Alright, there we are. God, it makes the wall look really bold, that side, doesn't it? Kind of weird looking. Oh, we have... Well, we are trying, anyway, to get rid of some of this scorched earth. Let's just continue to do that. Fill in the spaces later. How are we doing on the copper? Yeah, we should be good. I'm looking forward to seeing all of these lanterns put in. I imagine I will fill in a little bit more space. Like, I feel like I can put a lantern right there, just to make it look a little bit neater. Maybe a lantern right here, although there's one right there already, so maybe not. We'll see. We'll most definitely see. I feel like I could probably put a lantern on some of these buildings as well. Not some of them, but on this. So we can add a lantern there and a lantern there, just because it would look kind of cool. Right, but we're not thinking about that right now. We're thinking about getting some of these carriages put in. So let's see. God, every time I got to rethink of how this design even works. I really wish I could just get this in as schematic. It'll save me so much effort. So much effort. That's just the way I said that. Just taking the piss out of myself, as I usually do. Which is a fantastic thing to do, not really. Right, so this is the full timber, so... Well, this is the trimmed variant of it. There is a police mobile outside right now. Why am I using timbered brick here, but full timber on this one? I guess it doesn't really matter, but it would make more sense to just have the full timber. Having brick on a carriage doesn't sound like the best idea in the world. This one looks good, though, with all the food on the back. And all this stuff hanging around as well. Really nice looking. But yes, we want to get this done. So we're going to have to do a lot of back and forth to get it installed correctly. And there are only a few places where we can put it. One will be right here. I like the idea of it being right here. Just hanging out on this little point. So what we can do is go up by 2. Get rid of this. Now, I believe it goes across by 3. Ow. Parrot, I'm not a climbing frame. 3 across and 2 across there, okay. What is it? Why are you constantly pissed off? What happened to you? Eh? He's looking at me like I'm crazy. That or he's just interested in what I'm trying to say. Are you interested in what I'm talking about? He's looking right at me as well. It's really weird. Like dead on. Usually I would look on from this side, but no, dead on looking at me. What? What is it? Are you having a conversation with me? Are you trying to tell me the secrets? The secrets to the universe? Is that what's going on? I hope you can hear this. This is a very intriguing conversation I'm having with him. At least I think he's trying to mimic my voice. He's attempting to. He's not going very well. He's just speaking parrot. I wonder if you can easily decipher parrot and it's an actual thing going on there. That'd be fantastic. It just ends up with him just sort of calling me swears, though, I imagine. That's what it just divulges into. Every time. Just constant belligerence.